Good morning, my lovelies, and welcome to a very overcast and nippy and breezy Sunday morning. I hope you're all very, very well. So, this morning, being I'm on my way to work, I thought we would have a little chat about winging it witchcraft. And this morning, I thought we'd have a look at herbs. Now, most people in our community use herbs for one thing or another, whether that be for spells, whether that be for making essential oils, whether that be for making things like soaps or bath bombs or bath items, anything like that. And although most herbs are quite easy to obtain, I thought we'd have a look at the ways we can obtain them. So the first thing I thought we'd look at is foraging. Now, foraging is one of the most cost-effective ways of gathering herbs because basically you get it for nothing. They can be found in the hedgerows, in the grasslands, you know, while you're on your daily walk, and they can be found through from say late spring through to the summer, through to late October, late autumn. What I will say is though, lovelies, if you are not familiar with herbs, I would arm ourselves with a good herb guidebook and I would study it, because first of all you need to know what you're picking. You wouldn't want to pick anything that's going to make you or somebody else sick, or God forbid kill them. You need to know where you're finding them. Once you've mastered that, the other things I will say is please only take what you need. Don't sort of decimate an area just for a particular herb, because don't forget the wildlife need it as well. So I would definitely say just take only what you need. Once you've got hold of your herbs, your fresh herbs, if you tidy them up slightly, take some of the dead off, trim the stalks, bind them together, hang them upside down in a cool, dry place till they've dried out. There is nothing worse than having wet, mushy herbs or mouldy herbs, because they're good for nothing otherwise. And then once you've got those dried, and you can cut them up, chop them up and put them in a jar with a label on, and then you've got some fresh herbs for you to use in your spell work. The other places that we can get hold of herbs is our local supermarket. Now, most supermarkets sell herbs at a reasonable price, depending on the brand that you're buying. They sell pretty much everything. They are already dried, already chopped, and come in their own little bottles. And there is nothing wrong with using shop-bought herbs. There really isn't. I've done it a few times, so don't worry about it. Now, growing your herbs as well is another thing. If you are lucky enough to have a garden, maybe you can make your own herb garden, or herb tubs and planters. If you don't have a garden, then a windowsill will be just as fine. I've also seen people with small gardens make them out of drain pipes and put holes in them and grow their herbs that way. You can either buy seeds, I don't know, 50p a packet, and plant them out that way in little tubs and get them going that way, or you can buy plug plants and set them off that way in your little garden. Or, and I've also seen this happen as well, if you've bought fresh herbs from a local supermarket to use in your cooking and you've still got some left over, you can actually get a second batch from that by planting them in some water till the roots develop and then replanting them into some soil. You can actually do it that way, I've seen it, and it is really effective. So you're getting a second bunch of herbs for nothing. Again, once you've got your herbs established and you've got them growing, look after them, water them, tend to them, weed them, talk to them, whatever it takes, and you will have a great supply of herbs that you can either use fresh or that you can again dry, cut up and put in your jars ready for your spells. More unusual herbs that you might struggle to get, you can find on the internet. However, what I will say is, when you are buying from the internet, please make sure that the person you're buying from is a reputable seller, because you really don't want to end up with something that you've bought that isn't what it says in the description, or you've been sold something poisonous or that's going to make you sick. So just make sure that the person you're buying from is reputable, and also price check it, because there's nothing worse than buying some herbs off the internet and then having another mooch and 3 pages down somebody's selling it for £3 cheaper. Do you know what I mean? Also, another place to get your herbs from, and maybe some of the unusual ones, you can get from metaphysical shops, new age shops, things like that. They will sell them, like your sage for cleansing, and they do, you know, other herbs for spell work and burning. They may cost you a little bit more, but you can get the more unusual ones. So I think that covers it, lovelies. That is a quick look into how to obtain herbs for your spells and your witchcraft. Please remember, if you're foraging, make sure you educate yourself on what you're looking for. Only take what you need. Don't strip an area just because you feel the need to. No, we don't do that. So, lovelies, I'm going to love and leave you because I'm now on my way to work. Look after yourselves, my lovelies. Be good to one another. And as always, sending you much love and many blessings.